It's hard to believe how fast we're moving in this nickel hunt and album fill series, but we're already on number 12 and boxes 14 and 15. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure. That's right, we're gonna do another 2-box nickel hunt and album fill video for you guys today. Now, if you haven't watched the first 11 episodes, I'll have a link to that playlist down below. That way you can catch up before you see where we're at on this hunt today. For those already caught up, we're going to do another 2-box hunt. And just to clarify, this is video 12, but the last 3 will have had 2-box hunts in them. So we're already going to have completed 15 boxes at the end of this hunt. Now, through the 13 boxes we've hunted so far, we have filled 123 slots out of the 138 slots available in this nickel album. Obviously, like I said in previous videos, we're getting down to just the semi-key dates and silver nickels left, but there are a couple of manageable dates that we still need to find, like the 46S, the 51P, and of course, any of the Silver War nickels, if we can get silver in the box. All right, now that we've said and covered all that, we're gonna go ahead and close this album up because I'm excited to get this hunt started. And as an FYI, I already popped these boxes at the bank to make sure they were circulated nickels, which they were. I didn't see any enders from a quick peek on the sides of either box. So not expecting to find any enders, but I'll be checking them along the way. And as always along the way, if I do find something, I'll be bringing you in. Now, I'll be using my nickel coin hunts mat to help me locate any varieties, key dates, semi-key dates, and things like that. We'll also be checking for any proofs or any foreign coins that we could find. I'll also be using my microscope so that I can get up close and personal with the coins to check for those varieties. Like I said, I'll bring you in on my first good find. Roll number 3 of this first box, and the second to the last coin is going to be a proof. 1975S proof nickel. Now the cool thing is, along with this proof set, if you can locate a 1975 no S or no mint mark dime, you could buy a house. Pretty cool fact. Anyway, I'll take the 1975S proof nickel as my first find of the box. Can't get mad at that. Well, very next roll, and I don't want to get ahead of myself and say a proof dump, but take a look at this proof. What a beautiful 2005 Bison nickel. And it's definitely a proof, and that's 2 proofs, literally just coins apart, because that was the second to the last coin of that roll, and this one was probably the first 10 coins of this roll. So less than 10 coins, or about 10 coins, separating 2 proofs in the box. Let's see if we're going to find more proofs and goodies for the album, of course. Roll number 5. I don't see any proofs yet, but I see a couple of oldies. The first one is a 1946, and as you recall, we need an S, but that's a Denver. And I did flatten them out and saw another older one peeking out right here. And it's going to be a 1955, and we do need the 55P, but that's a D. So 2 of the years that we still need a coin in, just not the ones from the right mint. Let's keep looking. Roll number 6, and the box is adding up on the finds. So what I'm going to do is not show all the 50s finds until the end. We've already found 2 1957s in this roll already, but I am bringing in because we found a really nice 1940 Philadelphia, and that's nice enough that it might upgrade my album. I'll take a peek at the end of the video to see which ones upgrade, but that's our earliest find of the box and probably the nicest other than the proofs. Roll number 8 of the box that has something in almost every roll, and I bring in because we have a 1949 Philly, and I also see a Canadian, or at least I did see a Canadian somewhere in here. There it is, right back here. I saw that by the reading, and it is a 1995 Canadian nickel. Roll number 10, got another 40s find. This one is a 1947 Philly. Roll 13, another find, another 40s nickel, 1948 Philadelphia. Roll number 16, and we're going to have a nickel for the album no matter what, because I just uncovered a 1950. And as you'll recall, the 50 is a semi-key date. The 50D is a key date. So it can only be one of those two. They did not mint a nickel in San Francisco in 1950. So is it the 50 or the 50D? And of course it's just the 50P, but I'll take it because we need it, and it is a tougher date to find with under 10 million minted. This box has done well so far with many nickels already in 16 rolls, and I'm not even filming most of the 50s. So, that being said, will we get some more? Roll number 28, and I haven't been filming the 50s, and they are stacking up, but I bring in because we've got another 1948 Philadelphia in the box. We're on roll 41 of the box, and we will have another 48 nickel right in front of us. And it's another 48 Philadelphia. Roll number 42, another 40s nickel. This one, 1940 once again, but a 40 Denver. Roll 43, another 1940. A little bit darkened from Philly. Well, we finished that first box of nickels, and it was a good box. We had 22 from the 50s, and again, I didn't film them, and 9 from the 40s. But one of the ones from the 50s was a 1950 Philadelphia, and that will fill a spot in the book, which we will do after the second box, and we have a chance to cull through everything to see what upgrades or is an addition. We did find 2 proofs early on, and I thought I would find more of them, but we didn't. We got that one Canadian nickel from 1995, and a couple of damaged coins, as you can see here. I think someone was experimenting with them, maybe trying to make some jewelry and gave up. I don't know, but definitely post-mint damage. I just pulled them aside since they probably won't be able to go through a coin counting machine. Now that we've done the first box, let me grab the second box, put it up here, and see if we can add more finds and more additions to the album. Holy cow, guys. Roll number 6 of this second box. We have not found anything for the board yet, but I just opened the roll and flattened them out, and look what I see bouncing out at the top. Unbelievable. That is going to be a Liberty V nickel. And it's a 1912. Last year, well, other than the 1913, it looks like it's been cleaned, but it's not in bad shape. If it has a mint mark, I will be super excited. No mint mark. It'd be located under the left dot between United and Cents, but that is still a very nice V-nickel, and I need to look into this because it has some luster or it's been polished. I think polished. But it's in fantastic shape on the back, and the front is not as in nice shape. But I am a little bit naive when it comes to the proof ones, and I highly doubt it's a proof just because of the amount of wear and there's still luster on it. But I just want to double check some of the die markers, and I will be right back. V-nickel in the box, roll number 6. Unbelievable. All right, I've looked at it. It's not a proof. It has been polished. You can clearly see around the high points on the coin. And in the fields, there is some dirt accumulated where whoever wiped it away or polished it obviously couldn't get the fine detail or in between the fine detail. But either way, it's in really nice shape. It is a cleaned coin for sure, or a polished coin for sure. But it's got some detail. It's still a beauty in my book. And it's only one of a handful I've ever found. And that is an exciting find. Man, a V-nickel in the box. Yeah, it's 1912. Yeah, there's no mint mark, and yeah, it's clean, but I'm happy to have found it. Maybe there's more. Roll number 16 of box 2. We just uncovered a 1946, hoping it's that 46S. And it's going to be a 46 Philadelphia. Don't need it, but maybe it'll upgrade to the one we have. Roll number 24. Got another 40s nickel. This one is a 1941. I have them all from that year, but it's a 41 Philly. Roll number 30 of box 2. Another 40s nickel. This one, a 1941 Philly just like the last one. Same roll, and at the back of the roll, yet another 1941 Philly. 3 of those in a row. Roll number 33, and we have found an absolute stunner of a 1940. Take a look at this nickel. Wow, that's a beautiful 1940. 1940 Philadelphia, and this might be nicer than the one I have in my album. It's not going to be full steps, but I do see a few steps on there. Yeah, not too shabby for a 1940 nickel found in a box. This thing is 80 years old and looks this good. I will check this against my album first, and if it doesn't upgrade, I'm pretty sure it'll upgrade this one. What a beauty. Roll number 40. We've got another 1946 here. Still praying for the S. Still praying for the S. Roll 45, and I already laid them out, but I saw a dark one by the edge. Think it's going to be a Silver War nickel. And it is. And it has a Denver mint mark, and we need a 43D, a 44D, and that's it. So we need a 43 or a 44D. And it is a 44D. We do not have a 44D for the album. We will fill a second spot in as many boxes. So that'll go to the top. And we got a silver. No buffaloes, but if we could find a buffalo in those last 5+ rolls, we'd have a trifecta. Well, box 2 is done, and let me tell you, there are a lot of 50s up here. I don't even know the exact number, but there's quite a few. And a lot of 40s, plus side finds. The side finds, I'll be checking a couple of nickels against the album to see if they upgrade. 2 proofs, a Silver War nickel, which will go in there, along with that 50 Philadelphia. We found a polished 1912 V nickel, crazy. And I even added from this box, just because I like the toning of it, this 2000 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel. Nothing special about it, but it does have a cool toning and a cool finish. I might keep it. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and get all the upgrades and additions done in one fell swoop, and we'll see what we add and upgrade to the book. All right, for the upgrades to start with, that 69S is a stunner. It'll upgrade the one in the book. And that 64D is better than one I have in there, as you can see. Another stunner. Way back here, I decided to not check my album. We're going to use this as it was hunted. We'll upgrade that 40P, which is a nice one, but with that even better one that we found. And the 40D is slightly better than the other one. Not by much, but I do think the rim is a little more defined. So 4 upgrades for the album and a 1950P album filler and a 44D album filler. Let me swap those out and plug those in and come back with the final wrap up and some thoughts. Well, here you have it, everyone. Another look at the album. 115 spots have been filled through 15 boxes. Only 13 nickels left to complete the album. We have still yet to find a couple of dates that we should have no problems finding. And then we have a lot of other key date and semi-key date finds to get. But we did complete another semi-key date 1950 in the book and a tougher war nickel, that 44D at only 32.3 million minted. Upgraded 4 more, and we have a lot of nice, beautiful older nickels now in this album, and it's starting to look pretty nice, if I may say so myself. Hopefully you enjoyed this nickel hunt and album filled number 12. We're inching our way along to a completed book. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching. A war nickel found for the album and in the hunt means another war nickel in the 2020 silver jar.